What's good, peeps? Thanks always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Don't forget as well, please, to smash that like button. And you can also support the channel by going to my Patreon account. The link is in the description. All right, let's have a look at this pound for pound rankings. Ring Magazine have released a new pound for pound rankings, which was always going to be interesting. Before that, bloody hell, Tottenham have sacked Pochettino. Fucking hell. I saw it coming. I think we all saw it coming, but nonetheless, it is a big shocker. And I guess the biggest shock is that they've appointed Jose Mourinho. I don't know. I just don't think he fits the bill as to what they're trying to do in terms of this rebuilding job. I think he's going to come in, sort of get success, and then go. That's what he does, doesn't he? They've only given him a 2.5-year contract, so I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I just don't see how he spent 400 million at United and that wasn't enough money. I mean, at Tottenham, that's fucking, he ain't getting half of that. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. Anyway, all right, let's talk boxing. This isn't a football channel, although might have something coming. But the Ring Magazine rankings. It's funny because fighters act like they don't care. They do care, right? They do care. The rankings have come out and a couple of fighters have already taken to Twitter to kind of show their disapproval of the rankings. One of those fighters is the unbeaten Scottish sensation. That's what I'm going to start calling him from now. Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor went onto Twitter and said this. Only 16-0, unified world champ, Ring Magazine champ. 3 of the last 4 opponents have been world champions, 3 of which were undefeated. They have a combined record of 94-1. And the latest I beat was a pound for pound favourite. Yet I still managed to miss out on the pound for pound list. Sucks to be a Scotsman, doesn't it? What do you make of all that, people? Do you think, based on now, I'm not joking, when you hear that, like that, you do think, bloody hell, he probably should be on the pound for pound list. I mean, that's uber impressive, right? Unified champ at 140 pounds, won the World Boxing Super Series, looks good as well. It's not just that, he looks good when he fights. Should he be in the top 10 pound for pound rankings? I am not sure. I said top 15, certainly top 20, but I said top 15. I don't know if he should be in the top 10. I also saw a tweet from the former number 1, Vasyl Lomachenko. Let's see if I can quickly find it. Vasyl Lomachenko, who obviously was ousted from his number 1 position, responded. He's doing an interview. I think he done an interview on his official TV station, Loma TV. And he said on Canelo, he said, the question is, they use correct techniques to choose opponents. They seem to have names, but they aren't at the peak like they used to be. He didn't try it when Kovalev was at his peak. He hasn't agreed to box Bivol or Bertabiev. So there is shots being fired everywhere with regards to this pound for pound ranking. Remember, Loma was pound for pound number 1 in the Ring Magazine's previous rankings. Let's have a quick look at the rankings. All right, so number 1 is now Canelo. What do you guys make of that? I think a lot of people expected that after he beat Kovalev and became, in his eyes, a 4-weight world champion. In my eyes, a 3-weight world champion. But nonetheless, he did go up there and stop the WBO champion in Kovalev. Number 2 is Loma. He's gone down from number 1. Obviously not happy. A lot of people still think he's number 1. I will say that. I think it's a tough one. Although Canelo did beat Kovalev, it wasn't the same Kovalev, was it? Let's be honest, people, it wasn't. Number 3 is Inoue. Inoue obviously coming off that win in the World Boxing Super Series. Terrific fight against Nito Donaire. I think possibly fight of the year. Not just fight of the year, one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. He goes to number 3, pushing down Terence Crawford to number 4. Crawford was number 2, people. He's now number 4. And when you look at the fights that are on the horizon for Terence Crawford, he's staring at number 4. His story is a sad one for me. I fucking hate it. And the Fox president, I think his name's Bill Wagner, an interview recently said that Errol Spence doesn't need to fight Terence Crawford. I mean, if he at least gave us hope by saying it's a great fight, I can't wait for it to happen. He said he doesn't need to fight Crawford. Crawford's in a horrible position. Horrible. Horrible. Number 5 is Usyk. I think Usyk was number 5 prior to this. he could go up, right? You look at people that could go up on this list. If Usyk gets the winner of Ruiz Joshua, he's going to go up because there's a good chance he could beat that fight. He could win that fight, sorry. There's a lot of talk about Usyk fighting Chisora next. A winner of Chisora won't move him up the rankings. Errol Spence is number 6. See, this one, I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about. Errol Spence number, that's high. That's high. People might say, yeah, he's I get all that, but I think that's high. I don't know. I mean, some good wins on there, let's be honest. I mean, Kell Brooks, good win. Lamont Peterson, no one really talks about that win. Good win, although it was the end of Lamont Peterson. Mikey Garcia, and we saw how tough a fight was in against Sean Porter. Again, another Fight of the Year candidate. But Errol Spence is number 6. Number 7 is GGG. Obviously, GGG, I think, could be wrong, was number 8. But the win over Derevchenko, although controversial, pushed him back up to number 7. Will he get the Canelo trilogy? Doubt it. He's got... Oh, GGG annoys the fuck out of me. I'm going to do a video about GGG right now, actually. GGG has to fight Callum Smith next. He has to take a risk. I mean, he has to gamble here. He has to. 168, Callum Smith, Anfield. Do it, please. Number 8 is Juan Estrada. Yet deserves to be. Could be higher. Number 8. Bertabiev is number 9. I think this is the thing with Josh Taylor. Because I look at Bertabiev's record and look at Josh Taylor's record. They're not far away. They're not far away. In my head, the reason I kind of stuttered there is that I'm thinking, is Vodzik win bigger than Progress? And it probably is, because Bertabiev versus Vodzik was clear for me, clear number 1 versus number 2. I don't know if Josh Taylor versus Progress was number 1 versus 2, and that's because of Ramirez. I think Ramirez could split them. So Bertabiev is number 9, and the legend that is Manny Pacquiao is number 10. Obviously, Pacquiao was in there because of that beating over Keith Thurman. I'm sorry, if Pacquiao's still fighting, Pacquiao's in pound for pound. He's in pound for pound for me, just because of what he's done in his career. So that is 1 to 10. I wish they could do 11 to 20. It'll be interesting to see who is in 11 to 20. Who do you think is in 11 to 20, like rubber stamp, that's not on this list? Like, who is 110% in 11 to 20? I have to think about that. That's actually a good list. In fact, next video, people, next video. But what do you guys think? Josh Taylor, should he be in there? Vasil, number 1. Crawford moving down to number 4. Should Spence be as high as number 6? Bertabiev, number 9. I want to know your opinions. Golovkin, number 7. Let me know what you think, people.